Hello, the 27th of July, 2022, another Wednesday. Here we are, going to talk some more NFL with my Bills hat, Josh Allen jersey, man. Training camp's all up in full swing, dude. We're all ready. But hey, this this ain't a Bills podcast, so we're gonna cover all y'all. But nah, today we're doing running back tier list, man. Ooh, this may be one of the most interesting things of like when you go to build a team, the running back, what's the running back, what's the running back, or is it? Because some stats gonna tell you that the running back ain't what it used to be, and that's kind of a bummer. But not for my Bills because of Josh Allen. But we're not doing running back. We're not doing quarterbacks. We're doing running back. So thank you for joining us. It's FTB Sports NFL presenting Through the Table. Oh, yes. And I know you didn't hear that, but in the background noise, there was a shout for Rams House. Super Bowl matchup this coming year. Oh, we're going to see. But we're not talking about the upcoming Super Bowl. We are talking about running backs. Oh, the bell cows. Bell cows of the NFL. And to help us sort it all out, once again, as always, my faithful co host, the
What's up,
man
Brit?
who brings you this every single freaking week. Not yet on Twitter, but
You know,
we'll
I
see.
think I think you
Mr.
might be swaying me.
Mr.
You might be swaying me.
Donnie Shoemaker, my
How y'all doing?
friend. How we
How you
doing,
doing, Brit?
dude?
Oh, I'm
Hey,
doing good.
dude, we're what, 40 some odd days away from kickoff for the first preseason game, or is that the NFL kickoff?
No, I think that's the NFL kickoff. I want to say the preseason doesn't that start like mid-August?
Yeah, so it'd
Because
be
I think the
mid
first game is the
30.
9th of September. Maybe it's the
Okay,
6th
yeah,
or the
yeah,
ninth.
yeah.
It's between there normally.
So it is probably
Should
about
know that exact
44
day.
days until the
You should know
kickoff
that.
of
You've
the
been
NFL.
talking about that first game forever.
Yeah, I know, but somehow whenever you go to talk about something, like your brain goes,
I was gonna say you just hyped up the Rams, so I mean,
whoa, not me, not me,
huh,
not me. I mean,
I don't
I
know.
do
I'm just
do
playing. I
my
don't know who
fair
you guys. I
share.
don't
I
know.
do my fair share of hyping up the Rams because I mean, you listen to this podcast long enough to know, like, I think this is the best ran organization in the NFL. Sean McVay,
To
Les
say that's a
Snead,
little,
Les Snead.
currently maybe. I mean, currently definitely.
Who's the better GM? Well, I mean, I know we're not doing a GM tier list right now,
Yeah,
but like, if we're talking Les Snead, like Les Snead has got to be near the top of that GM tier list, man, because he didn't work. Look, he
definitely did.
took,
Yeah.
no offense, just in case you're watching this, Jared, no offense, but he took you to a Super Bowl, bro.
Nah,
like,
he took
like,
Gurley to the Super Bowl. Okay,
no, he took Jared
I
Goff to a
I
Super Bowl
know,
too.
but it wasn't golf that got him to the Super Bowl.
But when you look at the
I know.
roster,
Well, what
the
happened right when Gurley got
quarterback,
hurt? They
the
couldn't finish that
quarterback
game.
for the Rams was Jared Goff, and he took Jared Goff to the Super Bowl. So, like, dude, hey, I'm all about Bean. I think Bean is the best GM in all of the National Football League, but Bean didn't take Jared Goff to the Super Bowl.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
But that's just me. But let's get off of that. What we're talking about today, my
before we get
friend,
talking about that, what do you think about that Tampa edition?
that Tampa edition. Oh my gosh. The
He might
no.
actually
And look,
finally have a
every
chance.
no, no. Look, okay, hold on. I know why you're saying this. You're trying to trigger me, okay?
I mean, I
I
personally
know
don't think
you're
the cat
trying.
is
No,
as
hold
good.
on. You're trying to
No, I don't
trigger,
think the cat
trying to
is as good
trigger
as
me.
everybody thought he was. But if there's any chance or a possibility for him to
He
finally get
was
a
an
ring,
elite wide receiver.
okay, whatever you gotta say.
Exactly.
He
See, proves
wasn't.
my point.
He
Proves my
was
point.
not.
I didn't have to say anything, and
He wasn't.
already, boom, triggered.
He
There you
wasn't.
go.
He
Hey,
was. He wasn't the
hashtag Donnie
best.
Shoemaker. Julio Jones is best wide receiver, and
Nope.
Donnie Shoemaker gonna
You'll
respond to
never.
you.
You'll
Who
never
he gonna
convince me of
respond
that.
to you?
I
He
never
will,
thought it. I will never subscribe to that. I don't care. He wasn't. The 1 year I gave him a chance, he scored like 2 touchdowns that
and
season.
that's why. And
No,
that is
he was
yes,
fading
yes,
before that.
yes. It's
Maybe we can blame Matt
why.
Ryan or whatever. But anyway, this
Oh, we're
may be
not
his.
blaming Matt Ryan because I think we're up in the Colts a little bit over last year because of Matt Ryan.
No, I know, but I mean,
Do
Matt
do
Ryan's
you
not
not
Tom Brady.
expect hold
But
on, do
whatever
you
happened on
no,
that
dude,
Falcons
no.
organization, he was not doing well on it.
Look, hey,
He's phasing out of his career.
Leave Miss Brady out of this, okay?
Okay.
We're
Well,
not even
that's the only reason I'm
we're
saying he
not
may
even talking
potentially get
about
it. Him and Mike
Brady.
Evans, Chris Godwin.
Godwin, dude,
So,
he has, but I do not agree. I don't know if anybody watching, if y'all are Madden fans, but the team rankings for Madden 23 have come out.
oh yeah,
Tampa is the highest rated team at I think it's a 93. The
I
second
was looking
highest,
at.
the second highest rated team is an 89.
Oh yeah,
Are you
is it
freaking
Kansas or
kidding me? It's
is it?
Buffalo.
It's Buffalo.
Buffalo is an
Dang, you win the
89.
Super Bowl and you can't even get like
The
top two
Rams are
rating.
an 88. Disrespect. People
That's what I'm
disrespect
saying.
the
That's how
Rams.
much Madden likes
And
Tom Brady,
that's
though.
okay. And
Tom
that's
Brady
okay.
sells.
It's not okay for everybody because
Who
it's
got the
not
front
okay
cover?
for
You know.
me because I live in a Rams house. So every slight somebody takes to the Rams is just
You know who made the
poured
cover?
on. Oh, it's Madden, bro.
Oh, he gave him to. He got this year because he passed away, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that only
Correct.
makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm like, the Packers are like what, an 84 or an 86. And I'm like, I don't think Tampa is that much better than Green Bay. So how are they ranked that high? Not only how are they ranked that high, how are they ranked so much higher than the Cats who played in the Super Bowl?
I think Tampa was
When
really good
Tampa
last
laid
year.
an egg,
They didn't though.
they
He never got the
laid
ball back.
an
They never got the
what
ball back
got
in
the
the
ball. You
playoffs.
shouldn't need to get the ball back.
Okay, says Buffalo.
And this is what I'm going to say
Um,
about Tom Brady. Tom Brady, sir, you're
if Tom Brady gets
trash.
any
You're
kind of team,
trash.
anytime, you know he's not
Why do
trash.
you even
How come
need the
Buffalo
time?
hasn't won
Why do you
a
even
Super
need
Bowl in
the
like
time?
ever? But like
Whatever.
that whole
We're
couldn't even
join us
make it to the
for what we do
playoffs. Couldn't even make
quarterback.
it to the playoffs because this guy sucks, right? Yeah. Okay. You're
All
just
right.
mad because he toasted your team for a
I'm not.
decade.
He
Y'all
didn't.
couldn't do anything.
Actually, to be fair, not to correct you or anything, but it was more than a decade. But I regress.
I know. I didn't really want to
All
burn
right.
you too bad.
But
But
we
talking about
are.
Tom Brady, you know, he's got no played, but he has really high Madden rankings. His first 2 years, he got 50s. And then when he
Dude,
finally started playing, it would jump to 90 in like a year. The year he actually started playing, it was like 89. And then he got 90s. He's at a 99. He's like 4 or 5, 99.
he's stupid. All right, but here's
What happened
well,
to the other one?
oh yeah, I meant to say a little something
Wow.
before I brought this in, but
Disappointment.
this is a little bit different than what we did last week because of how we're going to go and we're going to talk about players like whenever you go to search a tier list, there's only these certain running backs.
You typing their names in?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
But well, maybe
Not,
not. But
not burning you too bad, but
I'm just gonna show you this up here. This is what we're going to deal with. We're going to take running backs, right? We're going to throw them into an elite category. Guys that are so good, but nah, I can't do it. And then, not bad at all. Good. Then you're what could be guys. That's probably your McCaffreys and your Barkleys.
gosh, I know, man. I've seen McCaffrey go like three,
Oh, he is
four.
so low, isn't he?
I
And then
can't trust the
you're
cat, man. I can't.
exactly. So he might
Not
even
anymore.
throw into your nah or even
Nah, he does. He deserves a
nah,
what could be.
fam.
He
No,
deserves
you're
a
right.
what could
No,
be.
you're right. You're right. I'm
Because
going too far.
honestly, if he's as good, if he's healthy, he could finish top
Right.
three.
And then
If not, because him and Henry were battling out there. So I
right,
mean, he could potentially be one, but it's almost unfathomable for me to think that he
right.
is.
And
But
then
still,
you're nah, fam.
nah,
Nah.
fam.
Nah,
You
fam.
don't even come over the cookout.
But that's not even the worst, because then there's just stop.
Yeah, you didn't even get the invite.
Stop this. Stop this. So, that's kind of the profile and what we're looking
Do you want
for
to
here.
go?
So no, but first I want to start with this like caveat, and because we're talking about running backs, like we've been in a league, a fantasy football league, and the only reason why I bring this up
Hashtag
because
decade.
I'm not bringing this up because this isn't a fantasy show podcast, but we've been watching the NFL together for a lot of years.
Yeah.
A lot of years. We've been playing in the same league for many years. We've been talking about the NFL for a lot. So that's really why the only reason why I bring that up. And the running back position, my friend, has changed so much. I almost want to go to a one running back league, bro.
Ugh,
Like
I don't know about that.
you like basically your number two running back.
Running
If
backs win
you don't
championships.
go running back
Yeah.
in your draft, you're basically drafting a handcuff with your second pick.
Yeah, you have to running back. Winners pick running backs early and often. And
It-
it's sad to say because I'm
that's
a huge wide
it's
receiver
not
fan.
that
I tried to
anymore.
fight that formula for many
Dude,
years.
people are going to three wide receivers with still having a flex.
Yeah.
Like,
That's just adding to a point total.
wow.
That's just
I
because you
mean,
want to
no,
see a
but
bigger
that's just wow.
score.
That just tells you the devaluation of the running back position. Because who has what does somebody have in their flex?
I think it's because
I
there's
guarantee you it's a wide receiver.
I mean,
You could play three wide receivers, and your flex option might still be a wide receiver,
it's just the hot hand of that league,
which
I think,
is
is where you should play it.
insane to me. Because I would think if you had two running backs, three wide receivers, and a flex, no
Yeah.
brainer. My flex is a running back.
You have the potential, I think. I think it's a
Not
more
not
steady
today
floor
though.
as a running back, but your points that you could possibly get, your ceiling's higher if you use a wide receiver.
It's still a crunch thing to think in your head before you make that draft pick. Who do I want as my flex? And now you're like, I know I have two running backs. I know I have three wide receivers, but
And also, it comes down to placement. What draft pick do you get? Because I know.
true, because you do have to look at what we're doing, tier list. You do have to look how far down the list do I have to go to find that next running back, or how far do I have to go down the list to find that next wide receiver? Like, I got to take that guy,
Yeah.
whoever the F he is.
If you're
And the
after
thing is, you're
five,
not
not
filling a
that.
bench spot now. You're
Yeah.
not filling a bench spot anymore. You're filling a roster spot. So you
You
have to
should be,
do
yeah. You shouldn't
you
fill
have
a
to
roster,
do a
a bench spot that
little you
soon.
have to do a little bit more thought into who you're picking, which is what I like about the transition to fantasy football
Yeah.
and where everything's going. I do like that because you do have to pay attention more. It makes better for a competitive league, right?
I think it's also because like the
But then
injury, you're more
it's
injury prone
that's
if you're
the
if you're a running
thing,
back. I
dude.
mean, you're
That's the
getting hit.
thing,
It's statistics. It's inevitable. You're telling me
right?
some 300-pound guys hitting you freaking 90 times? I mean,
Right, and I
it's,
have to add an extra roster spot.
yeah.
And that guy might not play the whole year. He probably won't play the whole year, but I have to add an extra roster spot. So it but we're not here to talk about fantasy football and all that. We spent 20, 15 minutes not talking about fantasy football, but talking about
Yeah,
fantasy
giving all the
football.
secrets away. We're not
Right.
even
But
doing we're not
anyway,
even on our fantasy episode.
right? We are talking running backs. And a caveat to some of our running back conversation as we throw out some of these names, right? And we talk about where we want to put them. All right. 2016, most carries by running backs. Of
Yeah.
course, I don't think anybody would think this would be a different number, but Zeke,
I was
obvious,
gonna say Zeke and yeah,
he
probably.
leads the way. Check this out. He leads the way 1730. Derrick Henry 1557.
Really?
Melvin Gordon the third
That's a yeah.
1319.
Hmm.
Crazy numbers. Sid last season,
You know
okay?
what? That's what's always crazy. That's why I got to give Melvin Gordon respect because like he
He's
showed what
top
he could
3
do,
somehow.
but he kind of fell off.
And I
He's
was a
probably one of
Melvin
the better
Gordon
probably running back twos. He's probably one of the better ones.
I was a Melvin Gordon fan.
Yeah, you are.
And as much as somebody can be a Charger fan without being a Charger fan, I like Philly Rivs. I like Melvin Gordon, man.
Yeah,
I thought when they lost both of them in years respectively over time, as well as other good key components that I thought that the Chargers had,
yeah,
gone. Gone.
yeah.
Melvin Gordon went to Denver. Like, you freaking kidding me. Denver.
And he's still there.
But you fair to him, right?
Yeah,
Um to go with that running back percentage on the field, right? 70% last year. Running backs on the field. 70% of the offensive snaps. We had one running back on the field for at least 70% of the snaps. If you go down to 60%, we had 5 running backs. Take that in opposition to 2016, 8 running backs were on the field for more than 70% of the time. 18 of the running backs were on the field at least 60% of the time. So the landscape of the NFL running back has changed drastically. Like when you're adding a third wide receiver, we're not taking away the tight end anymore.
I don't think fantasy has anything to do with what's happening in the NFL.
No, true, but I think the
It's
stats.
just people
I
want to
think
see more points on the
no,
board
no. I think the stats line up to how these teams are lining up nowadays.
because you're not taking away a running back from fantasy. You're just adding a player.
No, 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 no. What? No, but that guy is off the field now.
No,
Where
I know, I
maybe in
know.
years past he would still be
I
in
think
the
the correlate.
huddle. but it's like we're not going to use you. Everybody knows we're not going to use you on this play. Why even have you in the huddle?
Confusion.
But obviously, nobody's doing that.
Or
If
not
we're talking about
necessarily. It's just I think you
one
said the
running
game's
back,
changed. I think
it's
I
more
mean
power
even
and
then you were seeing a lot
quarterbacks
of
doing
running
their
back
own thing.
quarterbacks that run on their own. And then we do have a new group of pretty elite wide receivers.
No,
Some
no,
may
no.
say, I
I get
mean,
all that,
even
and
better than the running backs.
I'm not one to trash this because in the early '90s, my Bills, we were running the K gun, which was one running back
Yep.
there, split out wide receivers, man, and just go, go, go. The norm in college football and your San Francisco's, your Arizona's, even Buffalo still, a lot of the NFL. It's that we may not be in a shotgun, but my quarterback is not lining up under center.
Mm.
Not. But anyway, running backs, my friend. Um, it's very very interesting to me how where these running backs. So what I'm gonna do, sir, is first I'm gonna throw you a running back here,
Okay.
and we're gonna start easy. Okay, let's just for real quick, just let everybody look. Let's go. Okay, cool. Let's go a guy you think is really good, right?
Okay.
But you have you have some questions about him and you just can't put him in the elite category.
I mean, so truthfully, I think there's probably two or maybe three
Correct.
people in this elite
The first
category.
guy, the first guy comes to
Who's
your head.
not in the elite
You
category?
you won't put him in elite, but let's say if you took only injuries out, you only took injuries out,
Well, that switches a
and,
lot of
and
players to being elite. It's part of
it
playing
doesn't
foot.
because even if
I
there
mean,
are
look at
some
Delvin Cook.
players,
He'd be
he
doing
is
way
one
more
of
with
them.
his career. That would be probably one of my top guys to put in that almost elite, but it's not going to get there because he's so injury prone. I mean, we see all of his movement, flair, and we kind of been hearing about how this new Vikings team's emerged. But I mean, I've yet to seen Delvin Cook play a whole season.
Well, my friend, that is I have Dalvin Cook stat here. Um yeah, that's because he has never completed a full season. Never.
Yeah,
So I mean, so we're gonna put he's so good, but I can't put him in elite. Like you can't put Dalvin Cook as an elite running back.
he should be. If he played every game, he'd definitely be
Right.
there.
Dude,
You know,
I know, I know. I'm just saying, but you can't put Cook as an elite running back. That's not gonna do it. No,
where we put him,
so good.
so good. I guess.
You want to
Yeah,
put him in elite.
I don't. I
You
really don't
want.
think. I don't think he's good enough. He hasn't shown me enough. He showed me what he can do, yeah, but like I said, he's not elite.
Right.
I mean,
Would
it's basically Arian
are you talking
Foster. Yeah,
about
he was a
kicking him
great running
down?
back, but the
Oh,
dude couldn't
he's
stay
better
on
than
the
Arian
field.
Foster. Stop.
But they both couldn't stay on the field.
Dalvin Cook is better than Arian Foster.
Oh yeah,
I think he is.
I think. I don't know. I think
And Cook
Dalvin
went to
Cook
Florida
plays on a
State.
better team.
Cook went to Florida State, and I hate Florida State guys.
But
So, would you go so good with Cook, or would you go not bad at all?
I
Because it
think
seems like
he's too good to be not bad at all. But I don't think that so good. I don't know. It's
he's
just the
so
injuries.
good, dude.
He's
We're
good,
talking about Dalvin Cook is
but you
he's
can
in
be
the top
so good for
5. He's in the top
5 games,
5.
6 games. Shoot, if he plays 12 games this season, I'll be impressed.
So you're talking about taking a top 5 running back and putting him in tier 3?
Oh no, he's my fifth. He's my fifth running back on my rankings.
Okay.
He is.
Okay, cool. So then for that sake, I guess we could agree on putting him in the so good. He's so good.
So
Is that cool with you?
yeah. Do you think
All right, cool. Throw
Kamara's suspension is gonna prevent him from being
all right.
as
Kamara's
good as he was?
suspension. Kamara's suspension to me is less of an ordeal than like
It's not gonna affect
injury.
his fall his where he's gonna fall at the
I'll
end of the year.
put the this is what I'll do, my friend.
Remember, don't be
I
talking
will
crap about
put
Kamara. Okay, yeah. He was almost elite. He was elite there for a second, but
Kamara is really good, man.
he really is. He's probably one of
He
my favorite running backs, if not
he
my
is a
favorite.
really, really good running back. Some of the things with him is, yeah, there's some injury issues,
Yeah.
and you can't overemphasize the fact that he has a quarterback who thinks he's better than what he is. And he is going to try to push the ball down the field because Michael Thomas is back. And we'll get to that when we do wide receivers.
I think
Because
if you don't think he's as good,
that Michael Thomas is going to take away from Alvin Kamara. I'm
not that much.
sorry.
Different style of
It,
playing. He's
it really
downfield.
is.
You're gonna play the
Kamara,
midfield with
but
Kamara, and you're gonna from behind the line with
But
Kamara. And if Winston isn't
Winston
as good,
Winston would
if you
rather
don't think
throw it out of bounds than check down.
if Winston isn't as good
I
as
don't
you
care
think he
about the
is,
numbers.
he's gonna be a check down target.
I don't care about the numbers. No, he ain't going to check down because he's going to throw it to the sideline.
Not
He's
all
going
the
to throw it
time.
to Sean
Kamara, dude,
Payton.
he's so good.
Oh, wait.
He's so
Sean
good
Payton
after
ain't there no
contact.
more.
Well,
Who's New Orleans savior? It ain't Sean Payton. It ain't Drew Brees.
maybe
Wait,
there's a
is
new
it
light
Sean
coming.
Payton?
I didn't think he left, but what do I know?
Why am I thinking Sean Payton left? Somebody join in the comments. Let
I
us
don't think
know.
he left.
Maybe he didn't left, and I'm
But
just
all I know is
about to
I
say.
think
Hey,
when
shout
I think
out
when
Brian Show. Love you, Brian. You're
I think
I
that
love you so much. Your quarterback.
no, he's not.
Winston's trash.
No, he's not. He's not trash. He's not as elite as people might have thought, but I don't think he's trash. He's not Drew Brees, but
no, but it's not. He doesn't have to be Drew Brees. I mean, he
but
does in order to win
I
that
think the
division
Saints have
now.
a solid team, and they're going to do better than you may think.
Cool. We're not talking Saints. We're just talking running back. So
Yeah,
Kamara,
the
so
running
good,
back
right?
Kamara is going to be off the chain after
Kamara,
that 6-game
so
rest.
good. All right, cool. Let me tell you. Okay, running backs on their rookie deal. Okay,
Okay.
really good guys. I'll give you a choice of 3.
Okay.
Pick one
Joe Mixon.
and place them. No, not on my list, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Jacobs, Najee Harris, or Williams from Denver. Pick one of them and put them somewhere here. Pick one and put them on the list here.
Oh, my favorite's going to be Jacobs. I thought he was going to be much better than he was.
Where do we put Jacobs, my friend?
Is what could be like the potential to be like top 10, or like, and what could be like better than what we're gonna place him?
What could be? I thought they'd be good.
Well, then he's probably just the good category. Unfortunately, I think his high volume is the reason he even got anywhere close in his 2020 premiere. And then last year they just struggled, man, with him. He was just not moving the ball. And I mean, I freaking drafted him pretty high last year,
Yes.
like really high. I overstepped for him. I mean,
Well, you didn't think you overstepped for him.
well, because he
You
finished
just
2020
ended up.
with like a great stat line, and then you come
Yeah.
in and he couldn't get his a sophomore slump for sure. He just couldn't get it churning. The only thing is now the more complete team, so he might fall into that not bad at all. But currently, I would say it's going to be good
Yeah.
because I think that
No, I
I mean I know the Raiders have always been like a run team, but I think that they're gonna think Carr's gonna try to show off his stuff this year. Devonta Adams Hall of Famer comment. Um,
Oh, and then with Lizard, right?
yeah.
Lazard, however you
So
want to say his name. That was funny.
I think he's gonna be good. I mean, I had him on my rankings. I had him like 25.
25.
Yeah. I don't think
Oh,
he. I don't think
I would love him to be
based
higher
on the
than
volume that he
25.
could potentially get, I don't think he's gonna drop. He could maybe go up one, but I don't think he's gonna be so
Dude,
good.
if
I think
Jacobs drops lower than 25, that's he's
they're probably gonna be
trash.
looking at another running back, or he's getting
Because
traded.
I'm looking at Jacobs.
Yeah,
He's borderline. He should be borderline top 15.
he should be. I mean, he was drafted, I think, like top 5 last year.
And you have no qualms if somebody who only had one running back and they were picking, their second pick
Yeah,
and they already got a running back, you'd have no problem with them passing on Jacobs.
he'll probably go in the 4th round. I think.
Oh, dude, I would say if you don't have a running back yet and Jacobs is at the top of the
Yeah,
list,
but
you gotta take
if
him.
you're around 4 and you don't have a running back, you
So he's
probably just should
still
probably shut it down already.
no, right, but he's still a running back one.
He is,
But
and he's going to get the volume,
you'll
but he
wait.
couldn't do anything. I mean,
You'll wait to grab him.
yeah, it's
Fair?
yeah,
Yeah. Cuz that is also the thing about drafting. You got to look at the people around on the draft board, just not your draft board, but you have to look at where people are going. And if you don't have a running back yet and Jacobs is at the top of the board, you better take him.
I thought he was going to be.
I'm not going to
I
go
thought
any
he was
higher
going to
than
be so
that.
good in so good category.
Jacobs had looked good for a while, my
He
friend.
did, but
I was a fan of his, but man,
it's like Zach Stacy. You remember he was like
oh,
balling,
dude, Stacy,
and then the
but
next year he couldn't move the ball at all. And then the
that
next
was
year
a
he was like the
Bama
backup running
boy,
back.
and
I
that
know
was a
that's
Bama boy who played under fucking Nick Saban, and you have to have your NFL coach call the college coach and say, "How do I reach this fool?"
yeah.
An elite running back, you have to call his college coach and say, "How do I reach him?"
And that was at the height of Michael
Wow.
Thomas too,
Wow.
if I'm talking correctly, is when Zach Stacy was playing for the
Wait,
Saints.
no, it wasn't Stacy. I'm sorry. Or was it Stacy? The Green Bay running back who was so good
No,
from Alabama.
you talking about Eddie Lacy?
Eddie Lacy. Okay, Lacy, not Stacy.
No,
Eddie
Zach
Lacy.
Stacy was the running back for the Saints.
No, right. No, I know. I was talking about Eddie Lacy. My apologies.
And he
But
fell
what a
off.
bummer. He was a bummer too.
So who do you
All
think
right.
is going to get the job? Since you talked about Green Bay, you think it's Aaron Rodgers or AJ Dillon? Just give me 1 second, but answer that question. I'll be right back.
Okay. Green Bay, man. look, I still I don't think it it could be Dylan, but let me run through my yeah. It it should still be Jones. Jones
I was gonna
should
have to
still
disagree
be
with you about that one. I just
Jones.
I was listening to you. I'm
No, I
sorry
know
for
you were.
interrupting.
And where,
What could
like,
be? Straight up.
dude, like, I want to put Jones in good,
Nah, I wouldn't.
but I
He
I
came
do
into
want to.
training overweight, which I mean, I know those guys
Oh,
shred pounds like
I have
nothing. But
this
whatever's
training
going on, I
camp.
guess
This
you're
training
eating a
camp has
lot of
nothing to
protein up in
do
Green
with
Bay
this.
because all those guys, like all those running backs, always come back overweight.
It
That was a problem with Eddie Lacy.
This is a Green Bay problem
I think Dylan's
because
gonna
Eddie
win the
Lacy
job
did the
because
exact
he was winning the job at
same
the end of the
thing.
year.
And I'm gonna put Jones in the eh, what could be category, man. I mean, is he going to be Green Bay's number one? Yes.
No,
I think he'll hold on to Green Bay number one for at least a really good part of. Look, I like Dylan. I am a Dylan fan. I would definitely, for all your fantasy football people out there, I would definitely grab Dylan. It's my third running back, and I would have no issue with it because I think there is a point in the season in which you could plug Dylan into your starting lineup, and you're going to be good to go. But it won't be as quick as you're going to hope it will be, and it won't be as effective as you hoped it would be. You kind of you know what I'm saying there. I like Dylan. I like Dylan, but Jones has the job, and that's the bottom line. The same quarterbacks at San Francisco. This is running backs in Green Bay. Jones has the job. He's going to be the bell cow, and he won't even get 60% of the snaps.
well, they're a pass heavy
So that
team.
means Dylan, what? He's going to get 30?
No, Dylan's
30%?
gonna win the job.
He ain't going to win a
Yes, he
job in
will.
training camp.
He, what are you talking about? They played him at the end of last
Uh,
year.
uh,
He was
uh,
out playing Jones.
I'm
This isn't based on just training camp. This is
I know
built
it's
on
not.
last year's performance.
Cool. So what? Dude, we're
We're gonna
before
have
the
to agree to
season's ends.
disagree
We're
on
we're
this
going to get
matter.
a Green Bay. We're going to get a Green Bay fan on this show, and we're going to
Where's
talk.
your brother?
Well, obviously taking care of fam stuff.
That's a facetious
Bob's.
question.
But I'll get my brother in here, and we'll talk about some Green Bay football, and something tells me he'll back up both of us.
No, I like about your brother is he'll tell you how it is, even if he doesn't want to hear it about
Oh, the
Green Bay.
chance is he hates his team more than you do.
I don't hate Green Bay. I just don't think they're as good
No,
as
I'm
people
just
think they are.
like anybody talking to my
Yeah,
brother. I'm pretty sure my brother is more pessimistic about. Well, he's had Aaron Rodgers for how long and only one ring.
yeah.
You want to
Started
be
out
so
strong.
you want to be so happy about that Super Bowl win, but then you're like,
They gave him false
w-
hope. He
he's
won at
been
the
he's
beginning of his
been
career.
here. He's been here for like 13 years,
Yeah.
and we got one, and he's an elite quarterback. But we're not doing no spoiler alerts here. We're not doing quarterbacks. All right, throw me a hey, um, throw me Okay. Um, give me a solid running back, but you can't. You won't even put in the good.
Um, shoot, man.
Like
Probably talking about somebody like man,
Singletary, Montgomery, Sanders, that kind of running
Sony
back.
Michelle.
Sony Michelle, nah, fam.
What? Yeah, he's oh, what could be? Is that what you're asking
Nah,
for?
fam.
Oh, that's not fam. Um,
Oh no, no, I'm asking you for a running back that is solid, but
that's not going
like
to be
you
good.
you just couldn't you can't put in the good. But you
Well,
think
then
they
I have to go with
they're
somebody I really wish
solid.
was good, but they're not. But the last year showed. I don't know if the team struggled, but James Robinson from the Jags. I had such high hopes for him, man. He should be good.
Look,
He balled out
you know
his
what?
freshman year.
That
He
right
really
here.
should be in an O. It could be, but nah. But I'll be okay with it. I just think that
I don't even know if I'd be okay with it. I kind of want to throw him in the
the
nah.
Jags are just struggling. I mean, they have a. I mean, they've had a good defense for the
You
last
know
couple of
what?
years. I just think they're struggling on offense, man, and it showed last year. They got game tape on them for the first year, and then they just could not move the ball to save their lives last year. And yeah, I mean, he tried. He did show some flashes. He did break the line a couple of times, and I mean, he got the scores, but not nearly like the first year. I don't have much of a high hopes for the Jags this year. So what? Nah, he doesn't belong in nah, fam. Oh, we're creating a new category just for one guy.
No, when I hit a button and it deleted a line, so it moved the whole line up.
Okay.
So it got everything discombobulated. But I'll put Robinson in the nah. I'd like to put him in not bad, but I'd be okay with.
Yeah, I
But
think that's what he deserves.
I,
Yeah, you asked me.
man,
Nah, I mean it's not. Nah's like he's not going to produce
no.
at all.
I'll look around him and pick somebody else.
I think he'd be a good sleeper to
No,
pick up.
oh,
You could put him in your
fine,
flex position and
fine,
be all right.
fine, fine.
The Nah fan would be like Saquon
No,
Barkley.
no, Barkley. Well, you haven't asked me about Barkley.
Nah, he's probably going to end up in the what could be category. You think this is going to be a Miles Sanders year, or at least he's going to like pick it up? The team's getting better.
Is this your question right now here? All right, I'm having a problem with this. Nah, but I'd be okay with um who that we just talk about?
Robinson, James Robinson from the
Yeah,
Jags.
that's not right.
Or who do you think's better, James Conner or Miles Sanders?
Oh man. You know what? Nothing is going to support me on this. But I think he's better than him.
Who? Sanders better than Jacobs
Yep,
or better than Connor?
Jacobs.
Um, I mean, I could agree with that. Sanders. I mean,
The team is weird,
he's had more
dude.
time.
I
He's had more
get
time to
it.
prove himself, but at the same time, the team is getting better.
No, eh, I think Miles Sanders.
You didn't answer my
He would be
question.
fine.
You answered another question that I didn't even ask you.
True. Miles Sanders or James Conner?
Yeah. I mean, they're probably both in the same category, honestly.
Nope.
You think Connor's in good? Nah, you're not giving him credit. You're not giving enough credit. He's better than Jacobs. I know that.
Well, you can be better than a cat
He
and be
pretty
in
much
the same
saved Arizona from
category.
falling into the abyss last year.
You don't like Connor in the good
No,
category?
no, he should be in the not bad at all.
They're not bad at all for what? Why?
Because I gave it
Why?
because
Why? Why?
he was great in Philadelphia. I mean Pittsburgh. Then he transferred to Arizona, right? He stumbled for a little bit, finally caught on to the scheme, and really helped the team produce. That's the whole reason Arizona made a run for it at the end. It was because of Connor. When Connor fell at the end of the year, Arizona got choked up.
Arizona get choked up and fall because of their running back. They
They
choked
did.
up and fell because of what we'll talk about in
Connor
weeks to
deserves to
come.
be in not bad at all, but you can leave him there if you want to.
Dude.
You don't have to move it. It's fine.
No, 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 it's fine. This is a
Because
presented
honestly, I had
through
him 13,
Raidership.
14 on my list.
Well, that's isn't good.
Nah. Because
Yes, it
Jacobs is
is.
17. And that's good. Top 15 is, I want to say elite is like one,
Come
two,
on,
maybe
no.
three.
The running back. This is why I prefaced the beginning of the show with the stats I gave everybody.
Well, what I'm telling you is he's not that bad.
All right, where do you want Connor?
I told you, not that bad at all.
All right, not that bad at all. Here we go. James Connor, right?
Thanks, Britt.
ER? Yeah,
If you want to, if you know what, who do
he'll
you
be
think
there.
deserves to be in the good category? Just so you can add somebody to the good category.
Put somebody here good.
I know, but what's the running back that you think would be in a good category?
I think Williams from Denver is very good.
Yeah, I had they were pretty close. Him and Josh Jacobs.
Uh, I
I mean,
yeah.
he might fall into the what could be, but
No, no.
you
I'll
don't
just
think the addition of the elite quarterback Russell Wilson?
dude, look, don't get me on this. Do not, I know what you're doing, bro. I know what you're
Do you
doing
think
here.
that he could be
And
better?
don't trigger me. Do not trigger me. Because you're not going to trigger me. Not on this podcast. Maybe when we do quarterbacks, you can trigger me. But I don't even want to hear. I don't even want to hear about the quarterback situation in Denver. We'll
Okay,
just we'll we'll just talk about their running
that
back.
elite
I think will
quarterback
no
later.
no
Okay,
he's not an elite quarterback. He is not. But anyway, I think Williams is a very very good running back. I think he's overhyped.
yeah,
I will say that. And maybe that's why no, because the tier listing isn't that big. I can't put him in the so good. He's not that high up
who
there.
Williams?
Yeah,
No way.
exactly.
He's probably
And
and what could be
I
putting him in good. I think doesn't do it. Kind of takes away from Jacobs, in my opinion. But
these ain't order full.
I know. But I told you to put somebody in the good category, so I can't argue why Williams doesn't deserve to be in the good category. That was
Like,
an opinion-based question.
I mean, I get not bad at all. Like I would get it totally,
I don't think it's that
but
high.
that's my thing. There's
Oh
only
yeah.
you have to look you can change the names of the category all you want to, man. But if you break it down and you take the first category listed as one, the second is two, and so on and so forth. Uh Williams is not category three.
Yeah,
Maybe you could make an argument and he'd be end category 3, beginning of 4.
I had him at
Maybe.
21.
See, thank you. Okay, so like we're talking about 4 or 5 here. Maybe
Well,
even lower than that.
I feel like Melvin Gordon's going to play into that scheme too. I mean,
I don't know. It seems pretty
not
confident from
not too, not
the
like he's in a.
rankings I've seen for Williams, dude. No, this is the Denver man coming from the backfield. So
Well,
like I you have to take out Gordon being there. You have to. You because everywhere you look at the rankings, you see how high Williams is up there. Like it don't matter. It don't matter that Gordon's there. It don't.
I mean, I think
I
it
mean,
plays
I
into
do
it a
have
little
an
bit.
awesome stat for Melvin Gordon the third, but I already gave out that stat,
Yeah.
and he's way behind number 2. Way behind. All right, buddy.
Okay.
Let me ask you something here, man. Oh, dude. Injuries. Oh, nobody can help him. Nobody can help him. And it really, really, really sucks that injuries are happening at the end of your rookie contract.
Oh yeah.
And you really, well, not really the
Hard to
end of your rookie
overcome.
contract, but you really, really need to have a breakout season, man, or you're wearing a different shirt next year.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Saquon Barkley.
Man, honestly,
He's so good. He is
he's
so
not.
good,
Or
but
maybe he was good in
it's
college,
just,
but that didn't transition well.
yeah, it's not where
I mean, I did see
we're not
articles about
ranking
him like
we're
being
not
like
ranking him,
one of the
okay? We're
best.
just throwing him into a category,
It would
brother.
probably be in the what could be or the
Yeah,
nah.
I can't. I I
Personally, for me, he's in the nah fam
I can't.
category.
Wait, not even nah. You're nah, fam.
I won't touch him with a 10-foot pole. He's the Grinch to me, man. I mean, I just.
Oh
But the articles are
wow!
saying he's like in the best shape of his life. You know, they say that all these people that come back from injuries, which is, I mean, it could be very
I'm
true.
pretty sure Baker Mayfield's in the best shape of his life.
I just think that
Johnny Manziel is probably in the best shape of his life. I'm in the best shape of my life.
I just think that he's gotten several years. This is going to be the year he does. If he does it, if he doesn't do it, him and Daniel Jones might be gone. But you know, I just think that he's been injured. The time he has shown, it's not like been super flashy. Yeah, he plays on the Giants, but I mean, you came in as
It's
the
not
number one
just the
pick.
Giants.
He was the number one pick
It's right.
that
Yeah,
year.
it's just not because he's with the Giants.
So I would
There
say
is.
that I
I
don't
don't know if
trust
it's
him.
Daniel Jones. I don't know if it's
He was playing
coaching.
with
I don't
Eli when
know
he
what
first
it is.
started.
I don't know what it is. But the fact is,
And that's the reason he's got
Saquon
to keep his
Barkley.
job this long, is because everybody blamed Eli for his struggling beginning of his career. But now that's gone. So who else do we blame? I mean,
It's hard to blame a new guy. So
I just for the sake of, because he was our first round
if
draft
he was
pick.
the top running back on your board and you were looking
Nah,
for a running back,
no,
there we go.
I picked the guy below him. He's too iffy. He's pretty much. I mean, even I feel almost the same way. I put McCaffrey though in the what could be category, just because.
Oh, dude. McCaffrey is going to be very, very. You have to rate McCaffrey higher than you really want to rate him.
Yeah, because I mean, he could fall into that
Dude, I've
elite
seen
category if he has a year.
McCaffrey's holding on to top 5
Yeah, I didn't put him
in
top five.
rankings. No, but when you look
I
and you
know. I
do
put him 9
research
just
and
out
you
of respect to
see,
what he did do.
you, right? And you're going for 9 out of respect. That tells me, dude, You're lucky to be in the top 20.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, let me
Do you think that is Elliott's rankings gonna fall because of Pollard? Do you think it's just? I know because you gave that stat about Zeke at the beginning, but like McCarthy's scheme, man, seems to play Pollard a little bit more, almost equal timeshare, and Zeke just seemed like he really wasn't. He hasn't seemed like the guy that was at the beginning of his career.
look.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I'm not taking any away from the beginning of his career, and I'm not dissing Cowboy fans or anything like that. But I never thought he was as good as people thought he was, and he's kind of dwindled. And I know we can say it's a changing of hands with the head coaching and stuff like that. But I mean, if you're balling out, there's no way a new head coach is going to come in and be like, "All right, you sit down for half the time now, and we're going to play the guy that sits behind you." I mean,
Yeah,
there's more to that.
and that's why I'm going nah.
It's like what was the dude's name? No Sean Moreno,
No Sean Moreno.
right?
Yeah.
He balled out, dude, and then all of a sudden, 2 years later, he was gone.
Dude, we were fans of No Sean.
Yeah, I
I
think he won
remember
a
us.
Super
We've been
Bowl with
playing
Denver, right?
leagues. We've been playing in leagues for a long time. No Sean Moreno was like, "Hey,
DeMarco Murray.
dude," but
That
dude,
was the
I'm
dude. That was
sorry,
before Elliott. That was the dude right before Elliott.
dude. But for me, I don't even know if I'd be okay with Elliott.
He's probably the not bad at all
This is
category, right?
probably more fantasy bias for me because the split with him and Pollard is going to be too sick.
It's
It
looking like 50-50.
the
Actually, Pollard
the
played a
sake
little
that
more.
Elliott, getting
Yeah,
1,700 carries, man.
they were feeding him, dude.
Like he
Uh,
ain't. Ever since he jumped into that stupid bowl.
there's something going on with that team, dude. They all are really good,
Oh,
but
don't even talk to me about Dallas. We'll talk to some
it's just
people,
it's not
some
there,
Dallas
man.
people. Maybe if we can agree to have some certain Dallas people on the show, we can have a
Uh,
Dallas perspective to give y'all about Zeke and Pollard. But like, I'm telling you, Zeke,
Cowboy fans, yeah.
Zeke out, man. Give me Pollard, give me Pollard. But I'm not a Cowboy fan, so
Well, I
I'm
think
not. I'm not gonna say shit,
are they
man.
in the same category? I don't think so. I think Elliott's probably going to be in the category above Pollard.
Oh, dude. Well, that's why Pollard ain't gonna show up on this list. Oh,
I
you
think that
you you
I
you
don't
want
think that's
You want
fair.
Pollard on the list?
Yeah, I don't think that's fair. Nah, don't
Let's
do
put him
that.
right
Don't
here.
disrespect him like that.
All right. I'll put it right here beside Zeke. I'm just trying to trigger Cowboy fan, aren't I?
Yeah, I'd put Pollard in the not bad. I'll be okay with it category.
But you wouldn't be okay with Zeke, and I'm the
No,
one
I
trying
think
to
Zeke would
trigger.
probably be in the good category. You're gonna see production off of him.
Oh, dude. All right. All right.
Yeah,
I'll even spell his name right this time. Two L's, right?
yeah. Lillard. Oh, Elliott. Sorry. You're fine.
And then not bad, but I'd be okay with. Right? All right. Let me ask you something, my friend. Um, you know, right, that I'm a huge Buffalo Bills fan, right?
Oh, is that what the team you like? Is that what that blue team is you wear every podcast? I'm just like,
Right. What I want to ask you, okay?
yeah, you know how I feel about your running backs. It's your weak link,
This is what I'm going to
chink in
ask
your
you.
armor.
If James Cook wins the job in training camp
Oh, Singletary,
over Devin Singletary,
that
do
other
you
guy's
have
gone.
higher
The
hopes
other guy's gone.
for
Zach,
James
was it
Cook?
Zach Moss? Was that no? Is that who it was?
Zach Moss is third on the depth chart, dude.
Okay,
Cook got drafted and was
yeah,
RB2.
I don't know. Singletary put on a little bit of performance during the playoffs. He was like, one
Dude,
of us has to show us up.
no, I like Singletary, but I do not know if he's good enough. First of all, my first question, I will preference if Cook wins the job,
Yeah.
do you think he'll be better than Singletary?
Well, if he wins a job, theoretically, yes, he is better than Singletary. I
Dude,
haven't seen any.
there are people
I
that win
haven't
the
seen
job
any
that
of
I
like
don't think are
person.
better.
I haven't
So
seen
did
any
you
of the.
rank Singletary or did you rank Cook?
I ranked Singletary just for the simple fact that he's still their starting quarterback. I mean, running back,
Did
but
you
he's
look
pretty
at
dang low.
ranking? And I agree. Did you look at the possibility of where you would rank Cook
I
if
haven't
he
even
wins
seen
that
any
job?
like any footage of him, so I couldn't tell you.
Does that have mostly to do with how you see the Bills running their offense to where you're like, it
They've
don't really
struggled at
matter
running back. They haven't.
who the running back is. This
I
team is
mean,
not running back.
LaShawn McCoy was your last half decent running back, and that was at the end of his career.
If LaShawn McCoy was running back correct right now, I guarantee you we would have
Won the
been
Super Bowl.
play.
At least,
Hold
at
on,
least
hold
got.
on. We would have been playing the Rams in the Super Bowl with a talented running back because the way
It
we
had nothing
run,
to do with your offense, but everything
because
to do
we're
with your
back to the
defense.
K gun, man.
Nah, it's your defense that lost you the championship.
Oh, because you can't cover Hill over the middle, and then later you can't
Yeah,
cover Kelsey over the middle.
yeah,
The same play beat you
yeah.
in the same game. Well, beat
Well, if your
us.
free safety got fired after that, no, they didn't. But still,
But so who do you? So that's a no-brainer. You rate
I would put
Singletary over Cook.
either way. I rank the Buffalo Bills running game pretty low. Just, but I have no actual like reference to rate Cook, so it's unfair for me to speak on him. But
Right.
as far as Singletary is concerned, he's probably in the non-fam stop category for me.
Not
I,
fam or stop.
I mean, I ranked him.
So what do you
I
say
ranked
to
him
people who
28,
rank single? What do
28
you? What do you? So
out of 32.
do you just say nah, fam, or do you tell that motherfucker to stop
He
if
was
they rate
adequate on the team.
Singletary?
I mean, I just felt like your team could have that was the
Benefited
cherry on
from a
top to
running
make your
game.
team push you over. Just if you get a running back threat on the Bills, they're gonna be unstoppable for years. But
Dude, we need a third Thomas
it's you're struggling, and so I would fam.
for Singletary.
Yeah, I think stop would probably be like a Swift.
Well, to me,
I don't even know if there was like
if
a
you told
stop
me
running back.
stop on Singletary, that tells me you think the number 2 running back should have the job.
I don't. I like. I've always been pretty adamant to tell you that both your running backs sucked, and that
Well, we
was.
have a new running back too.
I know. So that may really boost your team. Not that your team is bad; it's very
He's better
good.
than Moss, and he's
But
better than Singletary.
I just feel like Singletary and Moss both have their time in that rotation, plenty of time to produce something if they were going to, and it's time for them to move on.
So, is this what you're doing?
Well, that's not fair to Cook. Cook might be super good. I don't know. I mean, have you seen? What do you think of him?
I think if Cook wins the job, uh, he'll be not bad at all. Not bad at all, dude. He'll
Yeah,
be a
well,
top
that's
15
a
running back.
little bias coming out of you.
He'll
So
be
it's
a
like
top 15
you.
running back. I watched Georgia play. I live in an SEC home, bro.
Okay,
I
well,
watch a lot of SEC football. Cook, he's a really good running back. Just won a national championship too.
yeah, he did. I was gonna say, well, he came from Georgia, so they just won that.
But anyway, okay. Um,
So
talk to me about Montgomery. I know because we've
I
been
put
playing in
him.
leagues. We've had chats
I was
about
kind of surprised even to
Montgomery.
see his name still on the board, dude. I mean, I put him right above Singletary.
Whoa!
He's on the Bears, right?
Really?
Still running for the Bears. Um,
Man.
I don't have
So
high,
you're putting him in.
dude. He's just
Does it go to nah for you or good?
he's not good. I think
Oh, okay.
he's probably an off fam.
Not even nah. You got to throw the fam in there.
Well, I think it's better than Barkley. At least as far as at least he's producing all year. I just think that he's had his opportunity to get at the number one spot in Green Bay, and then he got traded, and then they traded him to the Bears, and he's had his time to start there, and he's been or it might have been the reversal. Maybe he started on the Bears and then moved to Green Bay. Either way, he's had his time at both organizations to start the ball, and they moved on fairly quickly. And so I don't think he's not going to be one of those like top tier. He's a good guy who has enough veteran skill now to help your team, but it's never going to move your team to a playoff spot by any means.
All right, let's just get this out of the way, dude. It doesn't have to be your number one, but let's we have like two, three names we have to get out of the way here. So I'll go. What we know the three names we're talking about, even though we haven't talked about it, but we know the three names. So we'll throw names at each other real quick here, and let's go top of the list here. Taylor,
Henry,
Taylor,
oh Taylor
yeah.
is obviously elite. He might finish number one this year.
Uh, dude, dude, yeah, he could. Because you look at Taylor, what 332 attempts, 100 or
One thousand
18,
eight
11
hundred
yards,
11 yards.
18 touchdowns.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
He beats
what?
it up.
Not only that, dude, 2171 total yards.
Yeah.
So I know this ain't a fantasy podcast, but if you're looking at fantasy stats, this is the best thing since Christian McCaffrey in his prime that only lasted 2 years.
Oh no, Taylor won me the Super Bowl last year.
Like
Yeah,
Jonathan
dude.
Taylor
He killed it.
is
And the
a
team's gonna be better
beast
this year. They got rid of Wentz,
of a
and
running back.
maybe Matt Ryan will
Yeah.
take
And
advantage
not
of it.
only mentioned, dude, he's got one of the best offensive lines in the
Yeah, he does.
NFL.
Yeah, he does.
So, okay. Throw me, there might be
I
two or
think
three
there's
other
two
names
more.
you have.
One of them I might be
Throw
biased
me
on.
one of them. Throw me one of them names.
I'm not gonna give you the most obvious. The one I think is
You
Chubb.
want Nick Chubb? Nick
Yeah,
Chubb, dude, I'm telling you, man, there's going to be a lot of people
people are sleeping
not
on him.
happy with me here.
I don't know
But
why.
look, bro, Chubb is he's an elite running back.
Yeah, I mean, I think that dude's awesome.
Nick Chubb, you look at my rankings, I do not have Chubb number 2, but
I have him number 3.
this is not right. So I guess we'll just
And
is
Derrick
that other
Henry.
name Henry?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Let's just go. Let's let, let's just put let's just put him up here, dude.
And the thing with Henry, man, is I just they've like we've talked about many times. The team's kind of one dimensional.
Well, okay. Look,
I know it
okay.
doesn't matter to him.
Eight eight games last year.
Yeah,
Okay, 8 games last year, my man. Uh, he
I know it
two
took
hundred
Taylor like
two
almost.
hundred thirty-seven
I know.
carries. Like he averaged over 29 and a half carry touches a game.
Yeah,
Like this is a fantasy bell cow,
beast.
man.
That would be the
Dude.
probably him and Taylor. And those
Yeah.
three are probably the only. Well, the thing about Chubb is though Hunt's there too, so it's hard to call him like.
No, dude, I don't care about Hunt. I don't, and I don't think Cleveland cares about Hunt either.
No, but I
And
would
if
put Hunt in the
if you
so
look
good
at the and
category.
if you look at the rankings, if you look at rankings, nobody cares about Hunt.
No, Hunt was way down there.
It's Chubb.
Yeah,
Chubb is the man. So I'm gonna put, and these are the only three running
three.
backs that I
Yeah,
I would have in the elite category. I'll
yeah.
ask you, do you think that there is another one? I'm going to assume no because Cook and Kamara are so good. I don't think there's a better running
Mixon was
back.
my fourth.
I
Was number
don't think
four for me,
running
but
I
he's
don't think
not.
there's a better running back than Cook and Kamara that you could squeeze in between Taylor Chubb, Henry, and Cook and Kamara.
Uh,
Like totally not.
Mixon's pretty close. I think he's in the so good category.
I was going to say I
I would put Mixon in the so good category.
so good, right?
Was why I would put Mixon.
No. Oh no, straight up.
But no, as far as like the elite, I think it's those three.
Mixon's right here.
But
Yeah,
unfortunately, the
I
way
don't
that
think anybody's gonna disagree with that.
yeah.
Um, all right, let's get down. All right,
What
we
do you
got
think Eckler's gonna fall?
good job, dude. Good job. Um, let me look. Um,
I mean, I had him
Eckler.
in my top 10.
I don't think I could do better than right here.
That's what I was thinking too. Unfortunately, I wish he was gonna fall into the so good category, but I think that the other three guys, just and I love the Chargers, man. I think the Chargers are gonna be a great team this year.
Uh, I don't know about all that, but I
I
have a
do.
soft spot for the Chargers
I think the Chargers are
because
gonna
they
be a
could have
great
done
team
so
this
much
year.
more with Philly ribs, and they're awesome tight end Gates.
Yeah,
It's hard to imagine that they
it's
won
because
big.
those guys were. I think the team is better now.
They were
They're
all
like
right,
they have, and they stout. I mean, they really improved their defense, like we talked about last week. I think the Chargers are going to do really well this year.
right. Let's see. We got Henry. We got McCaffrey.
McCaffrey,
We
man,
did put McCaffrey.
yeah,
Let's.
he's probably going to be in
We got
that.
Cook. We got Kamara. We got Jones. We got Eckler. We got Mixon. Yeah,
We're just missing Najee Harris in the
McCaffrey.
top 10.
McCaffrey. Where do you put Christian McCaffrey?
I want to put him in
You
the.
know you're underrating him, and we all are underrating him, but we can't help but underrate him
I would
because
just
of injuries.
safely you could put him in the what could be just because of he's coming off all those injuries. He hasn't played in almost 2 years, really.
He's better than Elliott. He's
Yeah,
at least got to be good.
but dude, he hasn't played in 2 years, and major injuries. He came back way too fast that first time, and I don't know how bad that messed him up.
So
And
it's
then
good.
you
It's
can put him
good.
in good, but
All
I just put him on
we're
But could be just
going.
because of the uncertainty.
You
But
don't even want to put McCaffrey in good.
I mean, realistically, if he's just as good, he's going to finish in the elite category with those three guys up top.
If he if you took a third of the time he's missed, I guarantee you'd knock him up 2 categories.
He probably should go in.
And
You can
that's
put him
not
in a
a
good.
big sample. We're just talking about a third of the games he has missed.
I
If
just
you
know he's missed
added
almost
it,
2 years
he
of
would
play,
jump
and
up
it's a little
three
scary.
categories. No, I get it too.
And he's playing on a washed-up team.
So right here,
You can put him in good just because of his name, but I mean,
I don't want to put people in a place just because of their name.
well, I mean, based on his, I know, but I mean, yeah, I get what you're
No, I
saying.
didn't spell that right. There we go.
It's
That just seems crazy to me.
Ferey.
Yeah.
You're missing the E between the F and the R.
Oh, it's McCaffrey.
Yeah, I think so.
I wrote it down wrong then.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm wrong. That's how I wrote it down. Maybe I was just I run pretty fast there, so I could be wrong.
All right, McCaffrey. All right, man. Um,
I
let's
think that's pretty
do.
much. Other than what do you think Najee Harris
No,
is going
I
to?
want to do this. I want to do Najee Harris
That's what I said. What do
because
you think?
hold on. Here you go. Najee Harris, man. Um, I have yes. He was like I opened up the stat today, the only running back last year that was on the field at least 70% of the time. There were only 5 running backs that were on the field 60% of the time. Najee Harris was on the field 83% of offensive snaps, and he was the only player at least over 60.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that team gets it good. I'm going to tell you about Najee Harris, okay? People going to go crazy right here. But y'all see my cursor?
Yeah.
Y'all see where
Don't
I'm
be doing.
going with
Don't be
this?
doing something
Y'all
crazy.
see what I'm gonna do it.
Nah, he doesn't deserve up top. No. No, sir. I think the team's going to be too
Najee
close.
Harris is an elite running back.
I think the team's a little bit different. I don't. I'm not saying he doesn't have the ability to do it because he does.
Correct.
I just
Nobody's
think team
interpreting.
dynamics aren't gonna be swaying very well from
You
him.
go not bad at all.
No, so good at least.
Oh. Okay,
So
so you
good.
do have him ranked higher than I think you have him ranked because, hey, truth be told, we don't discuss rankings before we do our show.
Yeah, we
We just
don't.
talk about what we're going to discuss. We don't get spoiler alerts. That's why Donnie laughed so hard when I had Texas down there last week.
Um,
The Texans.
I I had him 8. I had him 8,
Eight,
and he probably could fall.
eight's in you're not bad at all.
He could probably finish.
Eight's not so
He
good.
could probably
Eight
finish
is not
6
bad at all.
because I think my 6 and 7 were a little biased. Uh, One because I like those two running backs, the Eckler and Kamara. So he could finish. He could finish. Oh, I guess he could finish top 5. He could definitely beat Joe Mixon. I don't know. Joe Mixon's really good, so I don't. I just think
Hey, we've been a fan
overall,
of Joe Mixon for a while. No, I get what you,
I think overall, just because I think that it is going to be the Steelers are going to be run heavy this year because of the transition with the quarterback. But does that play into his favor, or that they know they're going to need to just stop the running game?
and you don't know in today's NFL
I
because
don't.
we don't know anymore. You're telling me one running back last season was on the field for 70% of their offensive snaps? One?
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on with running backs anymore. What happened to 3 yards in a cloud of dust,
Yeah.
bro? Like,
I will tell you, he does deserve
dude.
to be pretty high on the board, though. I mean, he's not.
Oh, dude.
He's definitely one of the better running
No,
backs for sure.
I like Najee, man.
And he plays
Okay.
on a good organization.
So
Tomlin knows what he's doing.
we
Really,
did cover the good guys on
I was
rookie
gonna say the only
deals.
other people really to talk about.
We got Hey, what do you think? Um okay, we did Miles Sanders, we did Montgomery,
I was
we
gonna
did
say Leonard Fournette
Singletary.
and
What
Cam
what do you think
Akers.
about not what do you think about Damian Harris?
I personally, I was debating on him. I did.
Right.
I put him under 20. I think I put him at 17. But I really like
He kind of your
Stevenson.
or not
I like
bad.
Stevenson better than Harris.
Dude, Stevenson,
But
look,
I
dude,
can't tell you.
I'm Bills all the way. I did not have a problem with Stevenson
I
at
think
running
he's a good
back last
cat.
year for New England.
I think the thing about Harris though is Damian Harris, that is,
Right,
because we
correct.
just got talking about Najee, is that he's more
Both
consistent.
Alabama, by the way.
He's more consistent, and I think if you're the Patriots, you're going to be a pass-heavy team. That's the way it's set up. So you want consistency from your running backs more than those big plays that Stevenson provides. Because Stevenson did have a little problem with his pass catching abilities. So I mean, that's going to prevent him from getting all three downs. And
Correct.
so they were playing a hot hand last year. I did see Stevenson out there. I mean, it was pretty much 50-50, but I think
I
after the
know training camp
offseason,
just started, so it's kind of hard to gauge
I
all this
I think
crap.
Harris will probably get the bulk of the work just because of the consistency. And let
You think
Stevenson
Damian wins the
really,
job?
I think Harris, I would like to see Stevenson get the job. But we've seen running backs like Stevenson on the Patriots, and they get used very like I'm not saying he's as good as LeGarrette Blount, but like look, they passed him off to so many teams, and right when they needed
Right.
to
And
him, they put
Damian
him on
is
that.
more blunt than Stevenson is.
Yeah, and so
And that's the way New England's going to use their running back.
that's what
You
I'm
may
saying.
be on the field a lot, but we're not going to give you the fucking ball.
Yeah, look at
But
James White.
obviously, they're not on the field a lot because only one running back was on the field for 70% 60% of the snaps.
But
One.
personally, I think that they're both good. You could probably put them in the good category.
You would put both of them there?
I think they both have the ability to. I
Okay.
personally like
So
Stevenson.
you won't separate them.
I think they're pretty much par. I just think it's who's playing better. I think they're going to play that hot hand. That's just what Steelers. The Patriots do. I mean, very rarely do we see them have a solid like RB1 that they stick with.
Okay. All right.
I
I like
mean,
that.
and Blanc is probably like one of the best running backs I've seen. Um, and they had no loyalty to him. So, you know, but shoot, that dude won like three Super Bowls in a
We did
row.
Williams, right? Yeah, we did Williams.
I was gonna say Fournette and
Fournette,
and
man.
Akers are probably two that we need to talk about.
Okay, I'm
He
let
just
me
got
take
paid out
Fournette.
too.
Let me take Fournette.
I thought Fournette was
Let me
kind
take
of.
Fournette. You're not going to want me to put him here, but
Nah.
I just want to make the thing. But like
If
Leonard
anything,
Fournette,
put him in the what could
nah,
be.
no. What could be? What
He's
could be?
gotten
What?
better.
What could
He's gotten
be?
better. He's gotten more physically fit.
I wouldn't even be okay.
I'm just saying he
Actually,
started on
hold
the
on.
Jags. He
If I
started on the
if I
Jags.
lift the trophy, I'm not gonna care that Leonard Fournette was my running back.
Well, he's got a ring.
I am not a fan of Leonard Fournette, dude. Not at all. But
I mean, he's not winning
I,
you.
I
He's
I'd
not
rather
winning
want
any.
a category, not even what could be or not bad that I'd be okay with or
Not
nah.
bad.
I want
Okay.
eh.
I honestly think he's
Here's
good.
Leonard Fournette. You have to draft him. I get
You
that.
have to.
I no. Okay, I get that. So he's obviously
Automatically, I think he
at
falls in the good
least in
category.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He showed flashes of a not bad at all, but just for safety sakes, we can say good.
Fuck Tampa Bay. Fuck the Glazers. Fuck Tom Brady.
You got all that hate on that team.
Oh, it's more than just to do with that team, my friend.
I know it's the owners, but the owners, the quarterback, just all these people that making your sports life hell for years.
All right,
And
my friend. I
Cam,
know. I asked you to give me a rookie running back that you don't know if he'll necessarily win the job, but I want you to rank him just in case he won that job. My
wait, from the
friend,
starters, I really didn't see any. I really didn't see any.
come on, college football.
No, I just.
Step it
I
up. Oh, we
mean,
covered him.
we've even talked. I mean, this was even a thing going on last year that the running backs coming into this year weren't going to be like the best. You
I
know,
knew the running back we drafted would be better.
so I mean, I think the running backs are pretty solid. I think. I mean, two
Let,
that I mean,
do
Cam
this for
Akers.
me.
Where do you
Do
think
this
Cam
for me.
Akers going to fall?
People talking about a running back, bro, and you're just like, nah, get out of my face.
It
Get
would
out of
either
my face with him.
be Swift, Sonny
Oh,
Michelle,
oh yeah, we didn't even talk about Swift. Oh, dude,
or
you're a stop. You're stop with Swift, bruh.
I mean, you could put him in
Swift
the
is
nah fam.
good.
Uh,
Swift is good.
I mean, I put him pretty low. I put him 31.
Yeah. Fine.
You can
We'll
put him
put
in the
him
nah fam.
here.
That's Sony Swift. Yeah, that's fine. Not bad. It'll be okay. Yeah. I don't. That's what I'm saying. The top 32. I really don't know if there's like a stop running back.
Fuck yeah,
Like
there
I don't even
is.
want to touch him. Like just don't even like trot him out on the field. You know, like just throw a wide receiver in his spot and just go.
Use Houston's running back. Here we
Shoot, I
go.
don't know. Rashad Penny's a new
I
Seahawks running
I, I don't
back
want to turn this into a
because Chris Carson
we
retired, right?
hate Houston running backs, but here we go.
Yeah. Um, you didn't answer. What do you think Cam Akers is going to fall?
Oh, and you gotta ask me this because we got Bolt fans that gonna come back and watch this. No, yeah, that is Akers, right?
Rams, yeah.
Oh, Rams, right? Eckler is the
Chargers.
Charger running back, and we did Eckler.
Wow.
We put not bad at all.
Your old lady is
Akers,
going to come give you the backhand for that one.
Akers, man.
He struggled last year with his injury.
You know what? Because when I look at the team and I look at what he does and everything,
He's good. He doesn't deserve anything higher than that. Not bad at all.
that's where I put him.
I think he's kind of like a.
I
I know he's
mean,
better than Singletary, but it's kind of like that category. Like everybody else
well,
on
he's
the
way
team, like
better than Singletary.
everybody
I'm
else
a
on the team's
Bills
that good,
fan.
but he's like. The thing is, he wasn't supposed to be the weak spot. He was supposed to like ball out, and I know his
No, he
injury.
wasn't.
Yeah, he was. Everybody was
No,
talking
he
about how good he was.
wasn't.
Everybody
No,
was talking
dude,
about how
they
good he
went out
was.
and got Matthew Stafford. What are you telling me? They expected the running back to ball out.
Yeah. To win a Super Bowl,
No,
you need both.
no. Oh, dude, the NFL has changed, man.
All I know is what I know, and what I know is that he kind of underperformed last year,
Uh,
and that was
I,
because of his
I, I don't
injury.
think it's an issue. The Rams don't have a
But then
running
he
back
came
issue,
back. That I know they don't. They won.
so
That team,
not bad at all. You can't go lower than that.
they can go good.
Nah, he's better. Nah, no.
I just think Eckler's better than him. I mean, I don't know.
I,
I think Eckler's better than Akers.
they're in the same category, dude. We're not ranking within the category. Hey,
Okay.
Tony, you
Well,
probably like Don more than I do now. He likes your running back more than I
he's a good
do.
running back. You have this bias against certain teams. I think you need to take your
I
blinders off.
don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't have no bias against Eckler. I don't give a fuck about Eckler, bro.
Well, it's
How
those
can
teams
there be
that
a
you don't think
bias?
about. The Chargers are going to be
How
good
can,
this year. Do you think
I
Kurt?
know the Chargers are going to be good. Go ahead, bud.
I think that's pretty much. I mean, maybe Kareem Hunt, but we kind of already talked about him.
Kareem Hunt's the backup, and he's in a secondary role, and he is in the shadow of a
He's still
man we
better than
have
some of those running
very
backs on the board.
highly rated.
He's definitely higher ranked than some of those people on the board.
He could
Better than
be,
Akers.
but it don't matter
I don't. Maybe it does.
because he's going to get the.
I mean, 2 years ago when they made it to the playoffs, they both like balled out. They were like top 5 running backs.
No, I know they both have. Fine, you want to do it. Um,
He deserves at least not bad at all. But I think so good's too much to ask for. But no, he's better than that. Way better.
what?
Way better than that. He's
You
at least
can't.
good. He can be. He's better than Fournette.
I don't care about can-be's, bro.
He will be.
He can't be.
He can be. It's really not that
No,
hard.
dude, not if we're putting Chubb up that
We've seen them
high.
both do it. It's not out of the realm of impossibility.
You would have dropped both of them. Go ahead, bro.
I have.
Go ahead, and we'll talk.
Made
we'll
it to
talk
the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, because you didn't play Hunt.
No, I played both of them sometimes. Played Hunt as my flex.
I know, and you could play both of them.
Yeah.
All right, my man.
All right, buddy. I mean, some of the other guys. I mean, we can. There's really not.
We got Javonte Williams, right?
No huge names.
Yeah,
I mean,
we have him in good.
Antonio Gibson. I think he's going to be in probably the not that bad category.
Right.
Everybody else is kind of. I think we talked about the main guys.
I think so too, man. I mean, we spent an hour and a half talking about just these guys. I mean,
oh, I did want to ask you that. Who do you think is going to win the Ravens starting spot? Edwards or Dobbins?
man, dude. Oh, part of me wants to say Dobbins should win the job,
Most people seem to agree with you.
but
Fairly bit lower.
I don't know. There's just not enough
I know they got
confidence in Dobbins, in which I think he will win that job. Like, I don't know, man. I'd have to look and talk to some Baltimore fan, but
I mean, the team's supposed to be much better.
I think it's 6 in one hand and half a dozen in the other, to be honest.
Nah,
But
I feel you.
that could just be. I'm not a Raven fan, obviously. so I don't dive in every day about Ravens stuff. But I mean, get a Ravens bro,
Yeah,
a Raven fan. Want to jump in, talk to us? I don't care what we're talking about that week. If you have time to talk to us, I don't care what our topic is. Say, hey, I want to come on the show today. Cool. Well, we're going to talk about your team for a little while. We'll push back what we're going to talk about because Donnie don't care. I'll just have Donnie. Hey, we're going to have a Texan fan coming on the show today.
I don't want to talk about Texas for an hour.
Oh, he won't be here for an hour. Oh no, sorry, you didn't hear that, Houston fan.
But I know what you're saying.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Dude, we'll bypass. Please, giving us excuse to push off stuff to talk about that we're not prepared for.
I'm always
But
prepared every
next
Wednesday.
week, Don, my friend, because this might drum up some interest. Do we want to do it next week, or you want
Is
to do
there?
kickers next week?
Oh yeah. I told you we should do kickers and quarterbacks together. Just add some excitement because I mean, realistically, after like the top 3 or 4 kickers, it's pretty much over. Really, top
Oh, dude,
two.
that's we could put that at the end of the podcast and just show a graphic of our
Yeah,
kicker rankings and
yeah.
then end the show.
I mean, it's up to you what we do next week. If you want to save the quarterbacks till the end, that's fine. I just think the wide receiver category is going to be much more in depth, so it's really your call.
Right, and today's an hour and a half, and a wide receiver
Wide receiver could
show.
almost
It's
be,
going to take two,
yeah,
2.5 hours.
yeah.
So y'all ready for that? Y'all ready? Wide receivers next week.
Word.
We're gonna rank wide receivers. And there's going to be 3 Buffalo Bills in the top 10, man.
No, there's not.
There's going to be two.
We're talking about reality. No, there's not.
There's going to be two.
Stephon Diggs doesn't even deserve to be as high as he is. Said it.
Top 10?
Top 10, I guess.
Okay. Second Bills wide receiver
Maybe.
also in the top 10.
Maybe.
Gabriel Davis is top 10, bro.
Gabriel Davis is better than Stephon Diggs.
No, he's not, but
No, I will say Stephon Diggs really picked it up over the last couple of years, man. He struggled there at the beginning of his career, but man, he really is playing a lot better. He
dude.
definitely is. He's definitely somebody to contend with.
So we want to do that wide receivers next week, my friend.
Yeah.
Awesome, cool. So anybody jumping on this? We're going to do wide receiver rankings next week. You want to come in and join us on the panel? Dude, please reach out to me. I'm at Brit1502 on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook. Donnie, he's not on Twitter,
Just talk to Britt.
but you know him on Facebook, so you can ask Donnie, hey, can I come on your show? And Donnie won't correct you and tell me it's my show. He'll say, yeah, you can come on, bro. And we'll
I
we'll
literally
get
just said talk to
I
Britt.
know, bro. I'm just messing with you. And talk
Just
to
get
Donnie,
scared.
talk to me, man. If you're watching this, you're on Twitter doing at FTB Sports One, the number not spelled out. We'll get you on. Um, they would like just people want to jump on, man, talk about your team and talk about how we're so wrong, but end up being so right. 8-8 Cowboy fan. Um, but anything else, Don? Any shout outs, my man?
No. I appreciate you
No.
guys watching. Y'all have a good one. Be safe.
Awesome, dude. And I say the same things, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, joining in, running backs. This has been fun. I loved it. Next week, man, dude. Wide receivers, Learn how to draft. Learn how to draft. We'll talk more. We'll talk more later. But I appreciate everybody who supports this channel, who supports our show. We love you so much, Donnie. I thank you so much for hosting this show with me. And next week,
Next week.
wide receivers, you ready, bud?
Oh yeah, it's my favorite
Dude,
topic, except fantasy.
right. Right. Go Bills. It's all about the U. We'll see y'all next week.